Hello. I'm excited to continue with the next races. Welcome back. I'm the Canos Dragon Tuchavi, however you may know me as. Uh, ooh, I don't even remember what we did last time, if I'm being honest. I think we beat Spider and Roadster. Um, so now I wanted to do the Type R meeting, but I won't be able to because I don't have enough money to buy the car that I need for this. I don't think I could buy any of the cars that I need for this. I'm probably going to do it in an Accord or an Integra. Type R. Yeah. Type R meeting has to be Type R. Uh, yeah. So we are gonna switch into the Vitz. The pink Vitz. And we're just gonna see what upgrades we can install into it. Hmm. The truth is, I don't think we need stage 2 turbo, but I'm gonna install stage 2 turbo anyways because I'm gonna need it eventually on this car, but as a result, that means I won't be installing any other upgrades into this. So like like no engine tune-up though. I think no engine tune-ups are worse for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of the other upgrades. I think just with the stage 2 turbo, it should be enough. Okay. Vitz race. Yeah, and I think this is going to be the first championship series that we're going to be doing. So basically, what that means is we can't exit, we can't upgrade our car, we can't, or yeah, I don't think in this game you can't upgrade your car once you've entered. Like, you just have to stay in here and complete all 5 races. So, yeah, every race that you win gives you a certain number of points, and you just need to have the most points by the end of it. Oh, I guess I'm the only one driving the Vitz RS. Everyone else has the Vitz Euro edition, it seems. And I kind of forgot how it sounds without having the music. Okay, they seem to be going pretty fast. I wonder if they're upgraded because I have a stage 2 turbo and it looks like my speed is like kind of similar to theirs. Alright, Vitz Euro has this pink metallic color. Vitz RS has the pink color. Alright. Hopefully this is not a difficult championship to win, since I do want to 100% this. Basically, it just means that if I end up losing some races, like I can still win the whole tournament series, like dropping some races, but I'll have to go back and yeah, I'll have to go back into the races and in order to complete the ones that I ended up losing on. So yeah, stage 2 turbo is enough. I think I did need an upgrade though, otherwise this series would be very difficult. And even then I think I still have to drive reasonably well, or else they're gonna pass me. Because they're pretty fast in this race. Okay. So that's a Nice first lap on the Rome circuit. We've got a small lead. Okay. These these always those trees always look like they look like makeup brushes. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like the way they're like turned. That's what they always remind me of. Or right now I'm just kind of relaxing. School's out for the year, so I'm just doing some of the things I need to do like while I'm not in classes, and then for the rest of it, I'm just kind of just doing my own thing, I guess. Making sure yeah, I don't know. Being in classes is good and all, but after that's done, like usually for the summer and winter breaks, it's just like it's nice to have some time off um where you're not in classes because people, at least in my experience, I like can burn out if I'm working too hard for too long. So after like several months of work, it's nice to be able to unwind. Yeah. So ideally, that means I complete this playthrough before my classes start up again, which will be in a few months. That'd be nice. All right, they're not gonna pass me, so that means we've won the series. Or not the series, we've won the race. And as you can see, there's a points tally and then a total points. So, yeah. And this is like the first decent bit of prize money we're getting. 5,000 for an event that doesn't require a license. I think that's pretty good. It means that after completing this event, we'll have a lot more liberty in what we do next. So I might be able to take on the Stars and Stripes event. I'll be able to pretty much tackle any of the beginner events that I want to do. Mhm. All right, this is a race at the Laguna Seca, which is I believe it's in the US. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is in the US. If it's not, I'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure this is in the US. This is a real course. Um, what else is important to note? This is the first time in this playthrough that we're seeing this course. I do like this course. The lighting is interesting in this game. I think it's like kind of like sunset. I think in I don't remember how this up track appears in Gran Turismo 4, but in Gran Turismo 5, I think it's just daylight. Alright, I just gotta make sure I am able to pass these vehicles by the end of the next lap. I forget, since we are not driving cars that are that quickly, I can afford to slow down later. My brain's still not like fully adjusted to that. I think the one mistake that I'm consistently doing in this game so far is braking really early. It's not a huge deal though. I don't think it hasn't like been too costly. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of trouble passing him, but you can always do a death maneuver on the last turn if all else fails. So, oops, give me one moment. Okay. No, basically, like at least for these races, it'll be different in the license tests, but at least for these races, I I don't really go into the editing software. I just upload the raw file, because there isn't really like large sections that need to be cut out. So like if I have to grab something, or in this case, like let my cat out of our room, uh, then I'll just pause the game for one moment and open the door. It's it saves me a lot of time because otherwise I'd have to like I don't know if the YouTube like tools allow me to like cut sections of video out. I know I can trim. I can also oh hold on. Oh, I know oh okay, I just can't let them pass me. What other options are available to me? I know I could always put it into any editing software and just like delete, like trim out the middle section, but it would have to render the whole video out like over again for something that's literally just like a quick 5 second edit. I'm like, I'd rather just pause for a moment if I have to. All right, that's another 10 points for me, and that puts me at 20 points. Another 5,000 credits, which is nice to have. All right. I forgot. I think the next track was also going to be a new one that we're playing for the first time. Yeah. Race at Tokyo Route 246, which isn't a racetrack, but is actually based on like real like it's like a city circuit in the sense that like it takes place in what are real streets. So if you took a map of the of Japan during this time, like when the game was made, I think you would be able to map out Route 246, like the track. So that's cool. Uh, at least when I played this a long time ago, I didn't really conceptually like grasp like if someone explained it to me, I would, but I really didn't pay any attention to like what are real courses, what are fake courses. I think that idea didn't come into my head until Gran Turismo 5, but I played Gran Turismo 5 before I played Gran Turismo 4. I think there's a lot more tracks that exist in real life in Gran Turismo 4 than there are in this game, so I do wonder if I would have come to the conclusion or like would have come to an understanding. Uh, it's just neat to think about, I suppose. Also, it looks like the computer takes good driving lines on this track. I think the first upgrade that I need to do to this car is get better tires. I haven't done any tire upgrades yet because it hasn't been necessary for me. But once we leave the beginner leagues, uh, tire wear is going to become a thing to worry about. Yeah. Um, ooh, that was a pretty bad jitter. I think my car's, I keep on forgetting to turn off the assists. I'll have to do that later. Because I'm not like super well practiced in all the assists, like on and off, or like I need to adjust how to drive with them on versus driving with them off. But it is generally best to have the assists off. In Gran Turismo 6, I drive with the driving assist like not all the way off. Like I have them turned down. Like traction control I have set on like a lower setting. Uh, I think you really need to have them like off during the rally races though. It like really screws with your power that you apply. Um, and in that game, it's easier because you get like a visual indication of like how much your power is being adjusted. Whereas in this game, you don't really see, you don't have any like visual feedback that I'm aware of. Okay. Yeah, we're just like all in a line. We gotta, I think this race is gonna be close, especially if I make any poor driving mistakes. Okay, they just rear-ended me. Okay, I just can't be too far away before the straightaway. I think my car is a bit faster in the straight line. Oof. I think that's the first time that we're hearing this. Or like there's like loud collision noises. The pack's just a lot closer together when everyone's driving the same thing. Even though I'm not technically driving the same thing, I'm driving a different version of the Vitz. Okay. Okay, this time the orange Vitz places second. Let's see the other pink Vitz. Placed third by such a narrow margin, and then gray Vitz all the way at the back by over a second. Okay. I have a comfortable lead in first place, so losing is pretty much out of the picture, or out of the equation. Well, I think we already have more money than what we started with, which is good. I forgot the Vitz race is 5 races. Alright, another race at the Trial Mountain circuit. I like Trial Mountain. I also like Trial Mountain's reverse layout. I think it's really interesting. Or it's interesting to race on. Unlike games like Need for Speed, it's not really like you don't really take like shortcuts in this game. It's meant to be like because that's not really like the aim of the game in comparison to like Need for Speed, which is like I don't know if illegal street racing is the right term for it. I played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, like the PlayStation 2 game, but I also played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, like the PlayStation 3 release. It was good. I got really far, but I never beat the game. I think I own it currently on Steam, so that is an option for me to play at some point if I want to. Getting gold is really hard though on everything though. It's uh it's a difficult game to like get all golds on because there's a lot of like time trials and like all that stuff. I don't know. Though I do like in that game you have the option to play as the racers or as the police. I don't know if that's something that's in the other games. I'm not really like haven't played that much Need for Speed, so I don't know. And I guess I've also played Need for Speed Nitro on the DSi, which is honestly like a crazy game. The fact that you can race on the moon is crazy. I actually saw a YouTube video on that someone made where he was like trying to remember because he had almost misremembered that like oh there was this crazy Need for Speed game that you like where you go to the moon, but he couldn't find like people mentioning it online. Um, it was really it's like when you feel gaslit where it's like I remember this happening, I remember this being a thing, but I just can't prove it. So I have to just like go back and like figure out what it was. I need to, if I remember, I will put the person's channel information or like a link to the video about the Need for Speed game that I'm thinking of, or the video that I'm thinking of. Also, they've got really clean driving lines on this track. I'm kinda getting cooked. I might have to send it on the last turn because it looks like I'm at risk of not getting first place. Oh, that's not good. Oh, they're just hitting me left and right. Also, I'll show you the extensive shortcuts in this game are like these kinds of illegal maneuvers that you would not be allowed to do. In Gran Turismo 4, you'll start to see some crazier illegal shortcuts. I'm thinking like Fuji Speedway cuts and on the Le Mans course, Circuit de la Sarthe. I forget the exact name, how to pronounce it. Where you can like cut through the sand in the chicanes. I do that illegal maneuver, or I used to do that illegal maneuver all the time. Uh, it's fun. All right, and that's another 5,000 credits to the bank, or to the bag. I think the last course was in stage Route 5 reverse layout. I can't remember. Yeah, special stage Route 5 too, which basically indicates that we are on the reverse layout of this course. And the reverse layout's really interesting. In fast cars, it has a really deadly first turn because you come out of a long straightaway and then you have like a sweeping left-hander. I think this course would be very dangerous in real life if it were kept this way. Or just like, not even just kept this way, if it just existed. It's very easy to misjudge where the braking zone is. Alright. I'm like, I barely recognize like where I'm exactly how to drive this course. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'll have to, whenever I do the license tests, I'll have to figure out what the source of these jitters are. It might just have to be me adjusting my computer settings. I just got back from a trip and I haven't used it in several days. And I also just did a system update, so it is a possibility that it's related to that. I'll have to figure it out though. I'll probably have to just crank up my fans to the max because I am able to manually adjust them. Okay. Oh, that was bad. You can hear the cars like behind me. No, misjudged the braking zone. It's, yeah, not a huge deal. I had an okay advantage in front of them, so I'm thinking the fact that there's all ooh, yeah, I'm thinking the fact that there's all these arrows here helping me to see where to go. Otherwise, like honestly, I'd be forgetting. Okay. No, I have to constantly look to the map because I just don't recognize what part of the course I'm in when I'm like racing on here. All right. Yeah, no, that turbo upgrade was definitely necessary, and honestly, it was pretty required. I think this would have been a very difficult cup to win, or it could have just been impossible without the upgrades. The points distribution in this game are really bad. Second place giving 6 points, like the gap from 6 to 10 is way too large. This isn't as bad in other games, except Gran Turismo 4, or at least out of the ones that I've played. In other games, the gap is a lot smaller. Alright, there's no exit option. There's no exit option anymore. You can't save the game. You can only go next. I forgot, you can save the game. Alright, we get our 10,000 bonus credits for winning the Champion Cup. And then, ooh, this one's new. We get a roulette. This time we get the orange Vitz. Ooh, interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to use it though, because I had to use the Vitz to enter the Vitz, and I've already upgraded the one that I had to use. So why would I use another Vitz? It didn't even give me the Euro edition. I just got another Vitz RS. This time in orange metallic. Out of curiosity, I want to see where the other Vitz is. Oh, I feel dumb. I think it's Mazda. I think it's Mazda. I can't remember. I forget the make of the Vitz. No, I don't think it's a Mazda. Holy. I feel dumb. No, I think I was right the first time. It's a Toyota. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's the first one you see here. Okay, Vitz RS is 108 horsepower. Vitz Euro Edition is 86. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, and pink isn't even an option of a color you can buy. I forget that. I know there's special colors, but I didn't know pink was also one of the special colors. So the pink Vitz that I have can be is only acquirable. You can only get it through the like as a cup reward. So that's neat. And I'm gonna save the game now. Yep, saving game, save complete. And as we get further, I'm excited to see what else we're gonna do. See what other cup we're gonna do. We have credits to challenge different opponents, or like we have credits to challenge different cups that I wasn't able to challenge early on because of a lack of car options. I think, yeah, and I guess for future playthroughs, I need to just keep in mind the Vitz is might be your ticket out of the early game just because the Vitz race gives you so many credits and you can clear it with just one upgrade. Alright, thank you for joining me. I am excited for the next time I play. Bye bye.